Hello, fellow travelers. Today our adventure begins, not with the bard spinning its epic tale, but in the library of the Carriage Rest Inn. Between the crackling fire and the overstuffed armchairs, we find a patron, lost in the pages of a story. A story about heroes, villains, and a merry band of adventurers caught somewhere in between. Let us also get lost in this adventure. All right, and welcome to another episode of Carriage Rest Tales One Shots. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Mike. We have Caitie and AJ with us at the table again to continue their adventures, but we're going to let them introduce ourselves. We're going to mix it up and say to my right, we have...
Hey guys, it's Sam, and I play Woods on the regular podcast. You guys all know me, but today I will be continuing the adventures of Elliot Lane. He is a druid half-orc. We're also going to spice it up a bit, and we're going to give Elliot a bit of an accent. So we're going to go through, and I think we're going to talk in somewhat of this Irish, English, Scottish, probably a wee bit of Canadian accent. It'll morph and change as we go, but it'll be fun.
Awesome. And I am AJ. I'm playing Gimbal Garrick. He's a rogue who also happens to be a gnome. I had to think there for a second.
You're good.
It's all good.
So looking forward to seeing what kind of more adventures he gets into. I think we're finally getting a grasp of this D&D thing.
And I'm Caitie, and I think we are getting a grasp of it, but still quite learning. There's a big learning curve. I am playing Bryn Layden, and she's a woodland elf, and I am super excited for the shenanigans.
And she's a ranger, right?
Oh, yes, she is a ranger.
She's a bow and arrow.
She's a bow and arrow.
I love it.
Kind of girl.
So we are going to be continuing on with the Candlekeep Mysteries book from the Wizards of the Coast. So we're going to be doing chapter 2, which is also meaning they are now level 2. So we just did a level up with them. So if you're hearing some new abilities from them, that is the reason why. But I did tell them they needed to listen to their episode before we started because we're going to pick up right where we left off. And with that said, what happened last time?
So last time we went and hunted down the wizard Matrius, and we found the mystical. It was like a mansion.
Oh yeah, it was the. What was it called?
The multi-level. It was
the mystical book of whatever. The book turned into a house.
Yeah. Warden's mystery.
Warden's.
Yeah.
Warden's Magnificent Mansion.
That was
Yes.
it. It was the house in the book.
And Gimbal over here got attacked by a broom, and then
he did get attacked. He fought that broom valiantly, though. Yes. Really, that was brilliant.
And also decided to take up a sword fight.
He did.
I
Yeah,
did.
your parrying skills probably needs a little help.
We met some very cute cats.
We
and
did.
Collected 7 books.
I'll be honest, I was a little upset that the cats had nothing to do with what we were doing. I expected more from you on that, Michael.
And Cumin and
I did like Cumin and Coriander.
Was
fantastic.
Colander.
Cumin and Colander, yeah. We had the mimic chair. That was fun.
Yes.
And basically we saved Matrice's life.
We did.
So we ended in his bedroom with all of us taking care of him. He woke up and realized that he owed us a debt.
Yeah, it owes us some favors.
3 debts now.
Yeah, 3 debts.
Yep, which is because there was a monster that got released from some reason that used to be under watch from Bryn's tribe. It got released and has been turning all of the woodland creatures into stone.
Oh, okay.
Part of that was Elliot's clan was starting to get some effects of that stone petrification as well, which is why you guys were all on the hunt for Matrius, and you found out it was all due to the same demon, which I cannot remember his name off the top of my head.
Karnak.
Karnak. That's a good demon name.
It is a very good demon name.
That is where we're going to start off. Matrius is in the wizard tower with you guys. You just saved him. He's kind of getting his strength back, and he's going to say, okay, so I think we need to go take care of Karnak, but unfortunately, I need to get some supplies set up because he's quite a powerful demon, and we can't just go take care of him. We need to prepare. So I'm going to need 2 things.
Why?
I'm going to need you guys to go get me a copy of Mavroff's Mighty Digressions.
Mavroff's Mighty Digressions?
Yes. Mighty Digressions.
Those are mighty big words.
Yes. He's a very interesting author. He kind of had a lot of ramblings, but I did find last time when I sealed him, there was a particular spell in there for sealing demons that worked really well. We can put him back in a tree and be done with this situation.
We're going to put him back in the tree of Bryn's clan.
Put him back in a tree. I don't know how he got out of the tree that Bryn's clan put them in, but...
Not quite sure either.
Okay, maybe we'll pick a different tree or a different clan. Maybe why don't you take care of it? Why can't we put him in a tree here?
We can put him in a tree here. That's fine, but we need the book in order to have the spell that I can use to put him in there. So you guys are going to do that, and I'm going to go meet my friends and pick up some black pitch tar because we're going to need that in order to finish the spell as well.
Elliot's going to look at her new friends and be like, I feel like this guy's losing it.
Yes.
His
He
friends.
certainly seems like it.
Well,
He said friends in a very weird way, too.
Yeah, the friends in the eye roll.
they're, I guess, more acquaintances than friends. There's some kind of crazy druids that...
Easy there. Easy there. Druid. Calling a druid is crazy.
Well,
Which not to
they
be the
are
best.
actually a little bit crazy, so I don't know how else to say it. So they don't do really well with outsiders, so I think I should pick up that one, and then you
Okay.
guys can go retrieve the book for me. I do believe you can probably find a copy of it at Candle Keep,
This Candle keeps coming back around.
It does.
but in order to get access to the library, you need to present a book. So I'm going to give you guys my copy of Stella's Magnificent Muffins and Other Baked Goods.
Okay.
And maybe you can use that in order to gain entry into the library.
Okay. We can
Stella's
try that.
Magnificent Muffins.
It doesn't sound like an equal trade.
I don't, yeah.
So Candlekeep is a huge library, and the way that it is so big is that the only way to gain access to the library is you need to present them with a book.
Do they keep the book?
They do keep the book.
Interesting.
So a book for a book.
Yep. And then while you're there, you're welcome to read any of the books that you want, or in this case, we're going to have it copied down for us, but they will always keep the originals.
So do we have to transcribe the book?
Well, you can either pay to get it transcribed, but it's quite costly, or you can transcribe it yourself.
Are you funding this mission as a part of our favors? She rolls for it. Persuasion.
Sure. Roll persuasion.
I got a 14 and I'm adding 2, so 16.
I might be able to fund the transcript for you guys to write it, but I don't think I'll be able to fund.
We have to
full
pay to
amount.
write it ourselves.
Yes.
Well, that
That
seems
doesn't seem
silly.
to make sense.
They need to raise funds somehow. They're just collecting books.
I mean, how expensive can a library be to run?
Well, if it's a magical library with
It's magic, it's
thousands
free.
and hundreds of books.
I think there should be a book in there somewhere to probably just create money out of nothing.
Yeah, how to create money for
Let's just-
dummies.
let's just do that.
was banned by King Azarov long ago.
Well, that's just silly.
That is.
So now, with this fee that we're going to do our own copy and give us the parchment and the pens and all the things that we need, the ink and the quills.
Yes, in the study in order to have the quiet atmosphere in order to copy it down.
I like a loud atmosphere. Do you think they could provide that?
There is a local tavern and inn there, so you could probably do it there if you wanted to.
He's going to look at Bryn. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's go.
Get some mead
Yes.
while we're doing some scribbling.
Absolutely.
So he's going to
Okay,
hand.
fine.
Not too much meat while we're scribbling.
Okay, just the perfect amount of mead.
How bad can these spells go if we don't directly copy it precisely as
Well,
it should be?
You are going to want to get a pretty good copy of it.
So no mead. Just
Or
brown
at-
bread and stew.
I would at least maybe double check your spelling and.
Oh, this doesn't sound like a job for me. I'll be honest with you, friends.
But
Maybe
do
not
they
just
have
do it
one
all
of
in
these
one.
magical copying machines?
Oh,
I keep
the magic
hearing
copy
about
wand.
that.
I've seen this
Yes.
one.
That's when you pay a scribe to copy it down.
Well, how much money we got between the two of us? The three of us.
Not much.
I don't have much of anything other than my little toys.
Okay, I hope your comment is good. We're writing it down. I mean, what are your toys? Maybe we could sell them on the streets.
Well, they're just little tools and knickknacks that I created with my dad back in Schlieffenwald.
Oh, that's exciting.
It is, yeah.
Oh, maybe we
They're
could,
little clocks, little watches.
Oh, we can make a quite venture out of that.
We could.
We could get a booth
We could
at
try.
a market, sell your wares, raise
can-
enough money one day.
I can
Okay,
make
guys,
more.
let's focus. Let's get to this. Let's get to the candle keep.
How many days? How much of a long of a journey is it to get to Candlekeep?
So it is going to be 3 days of a journey for you guys to get to Candlekeep from Matrix's tower.
Okay.
He will let you have his copy of Stella's Magnificent Muffins and Other Baked Goods as a entry fee into the library.
Perfect.
And he'll let you know that entry fee into the library allows you to stay on the campus for 10 days.
Oh, okay, great.
So each time you drop it off, you can stay at the campus while you're perusing everything else. But after 10 days, you're kicked out. You need to bring another book. So that's
Okay.
kind of how they're building up their
Does
quote-unquote library.
Candlekeep have like dormitories?
Yes, you would know that Candlekeep has some dormitories with a tavern that's there. The food's
Perfect.
not free, but
Okay.
you have someplace to eat and drink.
Okay.
And then there's also little rooms that you can rent to actually do the reading.
Does the
stuff like
book
that.
grant us a room or two, or no, we have to pay for those separately?
The book grants you the room, like a room for the 10-day stay.
Okay, just one room.
Just one room.
Okay, we're
Getting close.
Well, I won't take
Alright.
up too much space. I'll just tuck away in the corner of the room.
perfect. Lucky for you, I'm 6'4", so you know.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do something that we, as me, the dungeon master, like to force onto the players. And that is
A random roll encounter.
Yep.
Oh, this is always so fun.
One of the things I don't like about Dungeons and Dragons is the random encounters. So the idea is when you're traveling around the world, half of the adventure of getting to your destination is like what happens when you're on the road. But the random encounter workbooks in D&D are either way too extreme or not really enough, and I've never had good luck with using them. So instead, what I decided to do for my players and myself was I came up with a random encounter improv template. So there are 3 days, so each of you are going to get a turn. And what you're going to do is you're going to roll a d20, roll a d12, and roll a d4. And then we will consult the random encounter, and you, the player, need to come up with what happened that day based on that type of roll.
Okay, I do recall listening and hearing you go through this in the main podcast. Yeah,
I heard that podcast is fantastic.
It's amazing.
For everyone listening to this one, you should
Pretty
check it
awesome.
out at wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. That's going to be Apple, Spotify,
Or there's a bunch of them. But yeah, wherever you listen to your
wherever
podcast.
you listen to it. But we're also on Spotify for all you Android users.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll a d4 to see who goes first. That's a d6.
It's the one that's the
pyramid.
pyramid.
I just got excited and
Ooh.
just picked one.
I got a 4.
1.
2.
All right, so Caitie, you get the first day. So go ahead and roll a d20.
1.
1, so this is a very beneficial encounter. Go ahead and roll a d12.
4.
So you're creating an enemy. So it's beneficial for you, but you're creating an enemy. And what time of day is it?
4. Dusk.
Dusk. So now,
That's
you,
perfect for creating an enemy.
yep. So now you get an idea of what happened on this random encounter where it was very beneficial for you guys. So you guys collected something, either equipment, money, or knowledge. But you happened to create an enemy at the same time, and it was at dusk.
So we're heading to the Candlekeep, and we run across one of Matrix's acquaintances, and we find out a little bit more of these quote-unquote crazy druids
Oh.
and the background of Karnak, maybe, or like a little bit of the story of the previous
Okay.
time they put him in the tree.
Okay, we have to create an enemy. How about he becomes the enemy because we kind of call him out as the crazy druid?
Yes.
So he gets like offended,
Yes.
or maybe even like Matrius is going to be a little upset with us later because we kind of like
Ooh,
out, you know what I
yeah.
mean, like ousted him or something.
Oh, yes. So yeah, when we introduce him, we're like, oh, that must be the crazy druid.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then Matrius
And then he's
gets
like,
yeah. This guy gets upset because
Yes.
Matrix isn't supposed to be talking about him, and Matrix kind of spilled his secrets about him.
yes.
It's getting around dusk, and you want to kind of relax and set up for the evening. And you're making, what are you making for dinner?
Oh my gosh,
Stew.
Stew?
Stew. Yeah.
rabbit
Good.
stew.
As long as it's not
Yeah.
duck stew.
Well, we don't know that.
Well, that's why I'm telling you guys, no duck stew
No duck
tonight.
stew?
I've
No
got
duck
a little
stew.
thing
Why-
in my heart for ducks.
Oh,
Oh, do you?
okay.
Yes, I used to have my own pet duck.
You had a
What?
pet
Yes.
duck?
Yes.
What
Yeah.
was his name
His name.
or her name? I suppose I just assumed it was a
I
him.
don't think I
Yeah.
ever gave him a name. I don't think I ever gave him a name. I just called him Duck.
Well, then,
So Duck is his name.
But
Duck.
everyone tripped over him, so they started
Oh.
calling me Stumble Duck because he
Oh,
followed me everywhere and people would trip over him.
Oh, Stumble Duck.
Yeah.
Stumble Duck.
Should I
Yeah.
call you Stumble Duck?
You can call me Stumble Duck.
I think we might call you Stumble Duck.
That's a good
Yeah.
one, Stumble Duck.
Just no eating of ducks. That's
No.
all. That's
we
my
would
rule.
never. I would never. As a druid, I would never eat a duck.
Good.
I prefer not to eat any living thing.
Yes.
So you're good with rabbit stew?
We might take that part out. Maybe I edit on that one.
How about a vegetable stew?
Vegetables.
I think some
Of
hearty
low-
potatoes and some
Yeah.
root vegetables.
Yes.
Parsnips, rutabaga,
Parsnips. Yep.
Perfect.
and a nice broth of some sort.
Yes.
Yes.
As you guys are sitting around enjoying your stew, it's starting to bubble up, and it has that lovely aroma of vegetables. And out of the corner, you kind of hear like a rustle of leaves as a woman kind of comes stumbling out, and she's got kind of hair all wiry up in the air, like stigs and twigs in it. And on a stick is a little bit of cooked meat. And she's just, oh, this fire looks really comfortable.
Hi.
Hi. I guess. Yeah. Sit at our fire.
Oh, that is fantastic. thank you. Yes.
Aye, what are you doing here? We got lady.
Oh, I'm just wandering the woods.
Alone?
Traveling where?
No one else?
Oh, my clan's just kind of around. Every full moon, we meet back at the order.
The order? What order?
The circle. The order of the circle.
Oh, you're a druid, are you?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Aye, and he's gonna give his friends like the eyes, like the and we'll spin his finger in the air a little bit.
And where are you heading to?
just surveying what's going on.
Okay.
Tell me, what's your name there, lass?
Twyla, what's your name?
To Twyla, my name's Elliot. These are my friends, Stumbleduck and Bryn.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. She's going to start gnawing on some of the bone.
Nice to meet you too, I guess. But you finding anything crazy on your adventures over here? Anything to kind of keep us abreast on?
No, this duck was kind of injured, so I,
That stuck?
yes, would you like some?
No.
Oh,
Aye.
No.
I don't think
And
that
I just
was-
start inching away from them.
It's
Or
okay.
inching away from Twyla.
Twyla.
yeah. Oh, yes, Elliot.
Aye, Twyla, what you doing in this parts of the woods here? I mean, I think we're sitting here having a nice, just friendly fire, and you come stumbling up on here, and to be honest, it's kind of rude.
You're in my territory. This is my clan's homeland.
Aye, I think he started putting things together in his
And
head.
we survey and we protect, and occasionally we meet back at the order every full moon. I think did I mention that yet?
Aye, you did. Tell me,
The order of the circle.
We might have a common friend.
Oh, we have a friend.
Maybe. Do you know?
Is it
Do you
Barton?
know? I don't
Radcliffe? Jerry?
know.
It must be Steven.
Matris?
Matris? Oh, that guy. He's so
Yeah.
weird. Isn't he weird?
Sure.
There's a lot of weirdness
There's-
going around
yeah.
lately.
there's a yes.
How do you guys know Matris?
Oh,
I'm
we just
not
saved
really
his
a big
life.
fan.
Not a big deal.
Oh,
We saved his life a few
You
times.
probably could have not done that, but sure.
Oh,
Why not? Why don't you want us to save his life?
Well, he just comes and goes however he wants, and he just thinks everyone owes him something.
Well, he owes us now something. 3 things actually.
Well, that's
That's right.
good. He should owe people something.
Sounds like he crossed you in the past. What did he do to make you not like him like this?
Well, him and Barton were really close, and he just left Barton. Didn't help him because Barton couldn't pay. He doesn't take twigs. I don't know what's wrong with him. Everyone loves twigs.
Aye, who's Barton?
Well, I thought you guys knew Barton.
no.
No, we don't know Barton.
No, so who's Barton?
I was listing off people, and I thought you knew them.
Something about Steve. I mean, I do know a Steve, but I don't think it's the same Steve.
Steven.
Oh, no, I just know Steve.
Is that with
Oh.
a
I knew
PH?
Jer.
Who's Steve?
Yeah, it's Steve with a PH, yeah.
Steve is back in my clan. I don't think it's the same Steve.
I don't think, because mine's Steven.
Lass, tell us about Barton again in Matrius. Do you think you can trust Matrius?
If you can pay him. I mean, that's all he really cares about, his fine life.
But I do tell you, he owes us a favor. Is he good on his word?
I imagine if you can pay for him, but if you say he owes you already, I guess you already paid.
We prepaid.
How many sticks did you give him?
Well, we saved his life from a dragon
Oh,
that was flying
a
around.
dragon?
It was a
Was
dragon.
an imp.
It was an imp.
Okay, it was a small dragon.
Well, if you see Matris, tell him that he's not invited anymore. Barton's still really mad at him.
Aye, why,
What did he do to Barton other than not getting or betrayed him because he didn't get paid? There's got to be more to the story than that.
That's all Barton will tell us. He wouldn't do the job.
Is Barton nearby?
No, he's back at the circle.
how much does he owe Barton? No,
Well,
that's not how that works.
That's not how that works. It's
Barton had to pay Matrius?
yes, and Matris said no, and Barton ended up losing one of his friends, and I don't. It's a big story.
Well, we got some time.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere till morning.
Okay, you guys are just gonna sit and chat with what do we call her?
Tatula.
Twilight.
Twila.
But Tatula is
Tatula.
really good.
You'll sit and talk to Twyla, and you'll learn that Matris does in fact know them, but he doesn't really like not getting paid for things. He doesn't do pro bono work at all. And Barton's lover ended up coming down with something that needed to be cured, and Matris refused to do it because they wouldn't pay him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Lovers quarrel.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we already paid Matris.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I hope
Yes, we prepared with her.
I hope he gets what he needs for us with these angry druids.
Well, to Twyla, we might see you again in the future. Hopefully, Matrius. I think Matrius is going to come looking for you, to be honest. Hopefully.
Why would Matris come looking for me?
Well, your clan.
Yeah, because we got to trap the demon in the tree.
And he needs
Need something from
something from you.
you druids.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes over with the clan.
Well, just remember when he does come, how welcoming and hospitable we were to you, and how warm and loving, and just the great overall general conversation that you had. Would you like some stew to go with your meat stick?
And she just reaches in and gets her hands and just pulls it and starts walking back into the forest.
That is the craziest woman I have ever met.
What an awkward conversation.
I mean, I'd hate to call
another. It was very
another.
awkward for everybody.
Yeah.
I'd hate to call another druid crazy, but oh my.
That was something.
Are they like this where you're from?
No, not at all.
Thank
No, I mean,
goodness.
some of the kilts are shorter, but I will say no, that's as crazy as we get. That was I don't have faith in Matrius being able to pull this off with them.
I don't know how he's going to convince them. It
Something
sounds like
makes me think we're going to get involved in the second
I
part of this
absolutely
mission.
feel like we're gonna get in. Yeah, I mean, if Barton's lover died, how do you come back from that?
that's bad blood that they got
That
for
is
him,
not
that's for
okay.
sure. Hopefully they just remember in the end he's going to them to help us, and we were nice.
And we were nice. We gave her a fistful of stew.
How about a handful?
No, it was a fistful. Can that be the episode title, please?
Sure.
It's a fistful of stew.
It's probably going to just be Caitie and AJ too. But
No, fistful of stew.
No, Caitie and AJ too. A fistful of stew.
Clearly.
You guys finish up your evening, have your dinner. It's no longer quiet. You don't run into any other crazy druids. And the next morning comes around, and let's roll to AJ to see what happens the next day.
Right. Start with our D20. 17. Hard.
17 is hard.
Oh, great.
That's not good. 12. 5.
Okay, you're going to partially create an ally.
4. Dusk.
Evidently, we like to do things at dusk.
Yes. All right.
Moon
So
is set in.
something is very hard, and we partially create an ally.
Are we allowed to help set the picture?
Yes, you can.
So hard can be the terrain. So maybe we're climbing up a mountain, or it.
I was thinking a river crossing where the bridge is down, and now
Oh.
it's
Oh, there we
heavy
go. That
rapids.
That would be very hard.
But no one knows how to swim, right?
I know how to swim.
Oh, you know how to swim?
Yeah. Why do you not know how to swim?
I mean, I
You're a
I wasn't
woodland ranger. I hope to golly you know how to swim.
I know
Don't
how
you
to
have
swim.
streams
Do you
and
know how to
rivers?
stream?
I
Do you know how to swim?
I know how to
Swim.
swim, but these rapids look rough. I think it's not safe to just
Well,
swim
okay, we're not
across.
deadly here. We're just hard,
It's
right?
just difficult.
It's just
Okay,
difficult.
Okay.
It's fine if you want
you
to be
wanted
the
to- I
90
guess, yeah.
rapids of Niagara. It can be the rough rapids of Niagara.
I guess.
I was just thinking we
okay.
create an ally because he's got a boat or something to help us get across.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
So that's how we create the ally, because we go up and down the river, just look for a nice place to cross, and we find this guy. His name is Frederick.
Oh, I love Frederick.
Frederick, the boatman.
Frederick the boatman.
Frederick Docks.
Frederick Docks.
His last name is
Yeah,
Docks.
Docks.
Yeah,
I like it.
that. Okay.
He actually owns a chain of docks. And what we did was we were trying to find someone, and he was having a problem with one of his boats, and it was starting to sink. So we all jumped in and started to help.
Yes.
'Cause we all- yeah, you got all your
my little
Tinker toys.
I
You
was
got your
able to
Tinker
help
toys.
him.
You were able to help him. We pulled with our strength, we pulled him out, and then you helped fix his boat a bit.
Yes.
And then what happened, he was so grateful that he said anytime we stumble upon one of his docks throughout the land, we can have free passage. He gives us a coupon.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah.
Multiple coupons.
Well, I mean, a sack, a
book
coupon booklet.
of-
Yeah,
yes.
it was
book.
a,
Yeah.
it
Coupon
was a
book.
coupon book.
coupon book.
All right,
Yeah. Yeah.
So you guys are going to get a coupon book with, go ahead and roll a D12.
You roll.
12.
Whoa! All right. So somebody put down a coupon book for free passage from, what was the business called?
Frederick Dock.
Frederick Docks. It was just the Mighty Docks.
The Mighty Docks.
You're putting that in your
Ah,
inventory.
the mighty Docks. I like that. Coupon book.
Stumbleduck loves that one.
Okay, coupon book. 12 coupons.
Free passage.
I was just thinking if we had 2 more
Sure.
people, we could upgrade
flying
from the
V.
go to the
From
flying
the
V
Power
from
Eye.
the power on.
Listen, we'll get some NPCs to join us.
There we go.
Power Eye, Flying
Coupon book,
V.
12 coupons for free passage from.
Any of the docks. The Mighty Docks. Has to be Mighty Docks franchise. But let it be known that it's the #1 dock franchise in the land. So we
It's
will.
probably the only dock franchise.
No, there's some small regional ones that are starting to get up, but he usually just goes in and buys them.
We know it because their colors are green and yellow.
Yes, 100%.
I was just thinking the only place the mighty docks aren't operating is in Iceland.
Is it? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, no.
Flying eye.
So the
I
bridge had
promise you.
collapsed and it hit one of Frederick Dox's boats and it punctured a hole in it and it was slowly sinking. And he was like out there bailing the water and he saw you guys come up. He grabbed the safety line, threw it in. You guys pulled him in. And then with your tinker tools, you were able to repair his boat. So he gave you passage across the river. And then in a thanks as well, gave you a coupon book for 12 free rides upon a mighty dock boat.
Thanks for helping put that together.
Hey, I'm just here.
And that gets us to the third day. You have one more day left
Okay.
before you arrive at Candlekeep.
Maybe we'll do something in the morning. So I'm rolling my D20. I got a 19. Oh, no. Deadly.
Deadly.
This is not the thing you want to roll a 19 on. D12. 4, which gives us, we create an enemy, of course, because someone's going to die. And time of day. I rolled a 4. Dusk. Okay, so something's deadly. We create another enemy. Thinking like we're going through the town and we're like, I feel like an accident happens at some point
Okay.
and something dies.
And then they blame us because we happen to be
Yes.
at the scene of the
Yeah.
accident.
Somehow a fire starts.
Yeah, fire
Yes.
starts.
And we're the strangers in town.
yeah.
And now we create a whole town of enemies.
A town. Yeah.
So we just have to avoid this town. Ugh.
You're making this extra hard.
You're doing great.
No, this is good. This is good because I know this is good because our DM, like, of 5 levels from now, he's going to come back. So you guys find yourself in the town that everyone hates you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This
so
is what we're
everyone
doing
hates
here.
me.
We're
So this
creating-
isn't the. Are we saying that this is like the town before we get to Candlekeep?
Oh, yeah,
Or
we're
is
just
this
on
a
our
town?
journey.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
It's a
okay,
small
okay.
town, very small town.
Very
Yeah.
small town. Okay.
One stop torch.
Yeah.
Okay. One stop.
It had to be a torch.
What do we name the town?
1990s.
Ladybugs.
The
The
lady-
Ladybugs.
The ladybug.
So
Ladybird.
Ladybird Inn. Or Ladybird.
Ladybird. Ladybird
yeah.
is the name of the town.
Yeah. And we burnt down Ladybird Inn.
Oh no! When there's a big soccer match, there's a big football match.
Yes.
And we
In the danger field.
in the danger field. Yes. And it's very special because all of the men dress up as women to play. Yep, that is the like the annual thing. All these like these teams come in and all the men are in drag to play on Dangerfield.
So we walk in and we're like, this is a party. Let's go to the tavern. We get a little tipsy and we're out in the streets.
Oh, Stumble Duck stumbles and like accidentally knocks over the one torchlight and it falls over, but it hits the banner from last year and the banner catches on fire.
Yes.
But this banner is like the same banner that every single year, like it just gets passed from
It's like the Stanley Cup almost.
it's like the
Yeah.
Stanley Cup of banners.
Yes.
It's a Stanley banner.
All
Stanley
right.
banner.
So you guys ruined a heirloom.
We
Yes.
ruined
Yeah,
a town
town-
heirloom.
So the part that died was the town
The
heirloom.
heirloom.
Yeah.
Yes.
and the hope and dreams of all the little boys and girls that their name would be on this banner.
Yep.
That like to
Okay.
dress and drag.
Also just the boys. Girls can play too, but they have to dress like men.
Yes. They just like to dress drag.
So you guys are strongly encouraged to leave town then. So you get kicked out at
Yes.
dusk and you have to spend the night on the cold road.
Yes.
So everyone take one level of exhaustion as you get into Candlekeep.
Remind me, level of exhaustion.
Exhaustion. 1 level, we have disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes.
And how long do we have this for?
Till you get a chance to do like a nice rest in the inn. So it will be the next time you sleep. But
Okay.
But this was the third night, so now we should be coming to Candlekeep.
exhausted. Yep.
Yep.
So you get to Candlekeep, and it's basically a very large, basically like a castle that's on the water, and it is absolutely ginormous. And you just see towers and towers and towers, and you just know from the stories and what you've heard of Candlekeep that that's going to be full of, you know, scholars and books and all sorts of arcane magic, and it's kind of the capital of knowledge. As you guys get up to the front gate, it is closed, and there is a single guardhouse out front.
Hello, guard. Anyone there?
Oh, hello. Yes.
Hey, we're here. We've brought a book.
Oh,
We'd
yep.
like to have access to go in and copy a different book.
And what book did you bring?
We brought Stella's Magnificent Muffins and Other Good Treats.
Ooh, that sounds like a fantastic one. I'm sure the chef is going to like that one.
Good.
So here's your voucher, and they hand you a little voucher for one room for 10 days. And he says, you just help yourself inside, and if you need anything, just ask somebody that's dressed in these robes, and they'll be able to help you out.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, Stumble Duck, you lead I formation.
Yeah, let's lead the way. Well, hopefully there's no traps set for us in here.
I hope so.
What time of day is this? Is this like we woke
It's
up
dusk.
that next morning?
Oh.
Yeah, no. Is it like we woke up the
Everything
next
we do
morning,
is
we had to
dusk
travel
this
for a
time,
couple
okay?
hours, and now we're here?
Yeah.
So it's early morning, or
It's-
mid-morning.
Yeah, mid-morning, not quite afternoon.
We'll call it noon.
So it's about noon. You guys open the doors to the Candlekeep courtyard. And what you're going to see in front of you is basically a giant area where you just see people kind of wandering around in thought or maybe having small conversations. You definitely see a lot of people in pretty much nicer dressed things, and you can tell this is a well-educated place. But off in the distance, you'll see a little room that says House of Binder, and that would be where you would go and actually get a book copied. So that's where you would pay somebody to actually copy a book. But then in the very bottom, you see two buildings. One has a sign up front that says House of Rest, and the other one says The Hearth. I guess you would also see out in the distance a clothing company, and then you would see a large green door leading to the inner walls of the castle.
He turns to his friends. What do you think's behind the big green doors?
I don't know. I think we should ask the guard here. Maybe he can tell us. Do we see?
Yeah, I wonder if they'll give us a map.
Yes, it's a great idea.
We'll turn around and go back to the guard station. Does he have a name tag?
His name is Kalen.
Kalen, friend, pal.
Yes, I just saw you. Do you already have a question?
Yes, we have actually a few.
Oh, is this your first time being here?
It is our first time. Is there like a tour we can take?
Not really a tour too much because there's really not that much in there, but here is a map that might help.
Aye.
Very good. Thank you.
What's the baths and steam house?
Well, that would be a spot that you could go and clean up after your long travels.
I think is it, now how does this work? Does the book get us access? Is it like all inclusive paid vacation here? Holiday.
The book gives you access to the room.
Okay, where would we find that?
That is going to be down at the inn at the very south.
Okay.
The House of Rest.
The House of Rest.
Yes.
Very aptly named.
It gives you access to one room for 10 days.
Okay.
There is only one bed in there, so you guys will have to, I guess, figure that out. That's pretty normal for the groups, though. They
Interesting.
must just rotate. I don't know. I live here, so.
What's behind that big emerald door?
Oh, that is our restricted section. Well, that's
course.
really where actually all the books are at, but you
Interesting.
have to be a member of the Candlekeep in order to go back there. So if you guys are requesting a book, you need to kind of know what you're looking for.
We know exactly what we're looking for.
Well, that's great. And then you would ask for the book, and then someone would retrieve it for you.
Who do we ask and where can we find them?
Anybody that's wearing one of these inside, I can't go get it because I'm on guard duty.
Okay.
Interesting.
But yeah, anybody that's got one of these robes, you are welcome to ask, and they will get the book arranged to be dropped off at your room.
How do we become a member?
Yes, is there like a plan?
What if we're here on work
Is it
for a member?
Is it yearly or a monthly membership?
Well, it's I guess a member is more like a you're part of the order, so it's
Interesting.
like
Okay.
years of study. And
I don't have that kind of time.
I
We
don't
got a
either.
problem that we're trying to sort out.
Okay.
That's
Thanks,
usually
Kaylin.
what we see.
Interesting.
Really appreciate the information. Let's go find someone inside.
Kaylin, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no problem. We always are happy to support the growth of knowledge.
All right. What do you think? Should we go check in the House
Get a
of
steam.
Rest?
Oh,
Oh,
okay, yeah.
check
Let's
into
do
the
that
room.
for sure. Yeah. Well, that's a good call. Let's go get, I guess,
And
situated logistically.
Maybe we can find someone there that we can just go ahead and request the book from.
Yeah,
And we get that going.
that sounds like a plan.
And then we can go for a steam.
Yeah, Steam just feels kind of nice. I feel kind of like,
Yeah. We can't all three copy the book at the same time. So
this is great.
We
Yeah,
could take
this
turns.
is absolutely
And
true.
let's be fair, if we're all sharing one little bed, let's get clean first.
I just feel like there's got to be another way. I'm like, I wonder how much a room. Can I just pay? Again, he's gonna turn back to the guard. What was his name again?
Caitlin.
Caitlin, one last question for you. If we don't have another book, can we just pay for a room? Like, how does that work? Does it have to have a book?
So we have the House of Rest, which is kind of our free setup for the the 10-day stay. But yes, you are welcome to rent a cottage up on the northern section, like a little mini tower.
Okay.
You are welcome to rent that. It's about 5 gold a night though. which is
gold.
quite expensive.
That is very expensive. 5 gold a night. Okay, yeah, no, we'll snuggle. Thanks so much.
So you would get that they offer free housing for they want to promote education.
Okay.
But they also recognize that it is the capital of knowledge in this area. So they are going to get nobles and scholars that are going to come to the facility, and they're not going to want to stay in the free housing. They're going to
Gotcha.
want something a little bit nicer. So it is more expensive, but it's because that's what
Yeah.
they're trying to
Hey,
cater
Stumbleduck,
to.
do you still have that 8x11 book from before that you stole?
No, we left that with Atreus.
I like where your head's at.
I like I say stole. You see Klein.
I mean, stealth.
We would never steal books.
Never,
Stealing-
ever.
No,
It
absolutely
was given
not.
as a gift.
A parting gift.
I was
Parting
borrowing.
gift.
I was borrowing it.
You're borrowing
You were
it.
borrowing it, yeah. I think it disappeared though when we came
It
back
did.
through the book.
Yes.
it was
Okay.
still there. You guys just didn't bring it. There was no need for the book anymore.
Oh, well, now we know we need books as currency in this land.
Okay, so
Can you imagine how much a book actually would be currency back in that time frame, though?
I mean, honestly, yeah.
It was.
Yep.
It really was.
Knowledge is currency. Knowledge today is still currency.
I know, but I was saying books were a lot less prevalent because they didn't have magical photocopiers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything was
Magical
handwritten.
photocopiers.
Yeah. Yeah, the printing press probably wasn't.
Printing press, 1400s.
14.
That's what to say.
Was the name of the guy that invented it, Gutenberg.
I feel
Just
like I
a wealth
remember
of
that.
knowledge.
Okay, but continuing on to our story.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, back to medieval time.
All right, gang. Let's.
So where are
We're
we
going
heading, guys?
To the House of Rest.
yeah, we'll
Okay,
check
let's
into
go.
our room and get the book requested.
You guys walk into House of Rest, and basically it has all of the amenities, but nothing over the top.
Oh, it's your favorite place.
It's perfect. So it's like picnic tables, and then there's like a simple bar with some drinks
Concrete
behind
floors,
it.
picnic tables and concrete floors. A pub of
Yeah.
just Stumbleduck's favorite kind of pub. There's no like fairy lights of dancing or things like that happening, loud music.
No, but you do hear music coming from the building next door, which you know would be called the hearth. And that is more of like when people just needed to relax a little bit more, but they try to manage that noise in one spot so they don't distract people from learning.
Okay, is there a concierge desk, a check-in desk? How's this work?
The only person you would see is the person standing behind the bar, which also has, you pick up to that, is like your check-in, check-out, all-inclusive area. Like they cover everything over there.
Let's
There's
go.
a person standing behind it.
Okay, so Elliot's gonna walk up to the desk. What does Elliot see?
You see a humanoid named Wade.
Wade.
Yep, he's got a name tag.
Wade.
Hi there, lad.
Hello.
How are you? We're checking in.
I would need to see your voucher.
Ah, yes, voucher. And she,
Here you go. My hand just pops above the bar.
Oh,
Hello
Hello there.
grabs it.
one
Sit across
voucher,
the way.
one room, 3.
one- yep. Well, it has one bed, so you guys can, I guess, figure that out.
Is there a cot or anything that we could rent, or maybe a couple bales of hay?
We could have cots you could probably rent.
Yeah, what do we got there on the price tag for that?
It'd be manageable, so we'll say 5 silver or something like that.
Perfect. We'll take 2 cots.
2 cots.
Okay, 2 cots, and then here is your key, and then he hands you a key, and it has a little 10 symbol on it and a big print, and on the bottom it says like room 3.
Interesting. What's the 10 stand for?
You guys have 10 days.
Ah, yes, 10 days. So today's day 1 or today's day 0?
Today is day 1.
Okay, and then day 10 we leave, or do we leave it the next day after day 10?
The key will stop working after 10 days.
Okay, so day 10 it stops.
Oh,
Yes.
So the key's magical.
Interesting.
It is a magical key. It will actually disappear and just reappear back here.
Okay.
And where do we find room 3?
It's going to be the room with the 3 above it.
Is it upstairs? Is it down this hall?
Is it? Yeah.
He would point to the side.
Location.
It's down this hall to the left.
Wade,
Thank you,
you're not very good at your job.
Okay.
Elliot.
Oh,
We're
sorry.
trying to make friends.
I'm so sorry. Wade, great job. It's your job.
Thank you. I really hand the keys out really great.
Yes, I feel like the directions you're given are just top notch.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can you help us get a book too? Can we request a book from you?
Yes, you can request a book and I'll have a runner fetch it for you.
Okay. Can we get a copy of Mavrov's Mighty Digressions?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
I'll have it delivered to room 3. It will probably be a couple of hours until it's delivered because it is a big library.
Interesting. So once we get said book, if we're looking to make a copy of it, how does that work?
You'll want to go over to the House of Binder.
Okay.
You can either pay 10 gold to have a professional scribe the book for you. And they'll have it ready within 2 days. Or you are welcome to rent a room over there and scribe it yourself. And you would have the money for that from
Matrix.
We'd have the money for what?
to rent a room and scribe it yourself.
Okay. But we don't have 10 gold.
You probably don't have 10 gold, though.
No.
Sorry, Sam. We don't have enough to run a whole tower, and we don't have enough for someone to scribe.
I just feel like I'm traveling with just a bunch of
Level
people.
2 adventurers.
Level 2 adventures below. Elliot's kind of used to something a little bit different. Do you think?
Well, let's
How
take.
much gold do we have?
I have 0.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you guys have any gold.
How much silver do we got?
Probably, I don't know, probably 80 silver each or something.
How many silver equals how many gold? This is common knowledge. I feel like I should know. Is it 100 silver to 1 gold?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the three of us, with our charisma, our tinkering, and our just pure beauty, we can't go out there and just raise some funds within a day or two with our skills and then come back and not have to do this work. I'm just trying to figure that out, if that's an option.
I mean, what do we gain from having someone else do it?
Preciseness, professionalism.
This is true.
This
And it's
is
done in
true.
2 days
And
instead of
It's done in 2 and we got here for 10 and we could just, we could get in. I don't know about you, but my comment's not that good from a written perspective. Some would say I can't spell very well.
Oh, well, that's let's try and sell something then.
I don't know what you...
You have a great point, though, that it would be precise. It won't be errors,
Yeah.
The professionalism, I just feel like down the road, if this is something we really need to trap that demon in the tree.
I agree with you. I'll put my silver in.
So let's see. We got about
2 gold and 40 silver.
2
If you
gold
put
and-
everything together.
2 gold and 40 silver. And how much do we need? We need...
10 gold.
So we need 7 gold and 60
So
silver.
realistically, do you think we could
No.
raise some funds?
I do not think you could.
Interesting. Okay. Well, it was definitely worth a try.
It was worth a thought.
It was worth a good brainstorming.
Let's go sit in the bath and steam house while he fetches the book.
I'm sorry.
I can see it. All of us taking out our purses and just throwing all of the silver on the table and by 2, 4, 6, 8.
And then you see Wade like,
and just
my
looking up at
goodness.
Wade like, is that enough? No? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
8.
What's about now?
Hey, Wade. Wink, wink.
Elliot takes off like a charm or something, like some what about now? No? Okay. So,
so you guys
we get
are-
settled into our rooms. I
Okay.
think cots are brought up and we're just hanging out and Elliot's going to go, yeah, fancy a steam. I don't
Yes.
know about the 2 of you, but
That sounds
I would
wonderful.
say the cots wouldn't be there yet because it would take some time to get them set. But by the time you guys drop off your stuff, go get a steam and come back, they'd be there
perfect.
With
Yeah,
the book,
let's do
yeah.
it.
All right.
with the book. Yeah,
We go to the steam room.
yeah. You guys can go to the steam room.
Lass, will you enjoy your steam?
You too.
So you guys are able to get to the steams. It's probably 2 silver per person because they need to charge money to upkeep it, but they also don't want people to smell and make it uncomfortable for others.
Who do we meet in the steam room?
Lyndall is working it.
Lyndall is the
Lyndall.
worker.
Yeah, this is the worker.
Hi, Lyndall. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome, 3 of you. That's going to be 6 silver.
Hi.
Take out my
I
purse.
take out my.
There you go.
2
Here's my
silver.
2.
We have gentlemen to the right, ladies to the left. And do you have as long as you need?
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
So we walk into the steam room. Who do we find?
You would just find nondescript people.
Oh, I wanted to talk to someone.
You can talk to someone if you want.
Well, if they're nondescript, they're not going to give me any information.
They're not. You're right.
Okay.
All right. I guess we just
Actually,
enjoy
go
our
ahead
baths.
and roll. Go ahead and roll a perception check at disadvantage because you have exhaustion.
8.
There would people be talking, but you don't pick up anything. If
Okay.
you guys gonna do anything?
Yeah, I'll probably do the same because I'm in a different part of the bathhouse,
are.
right?
That would work. Yep.
So what am I rolling?
Perception check with disadvantage because you guys have exhaustion.
Does disadvantage you roll it twice and take the lower of the numbers?
Yes.
So it's a D20,
D20 twice.
and you're going to add your perception. So those are the middle boxes on your sheet. Up top.
Up
Over
top.
1.
Over 1.
No, other way over.
You have me confused. This is my disadvantage. I rolled 12.
You would hear some talk about a recent monster attack, but you don't really get what they're talking about with the monster because you're trying to focus, but you've been on the road for 3 days and you're kind of now finally relaxing. You're really tired. So you're kind of just over here that they're talking about a monster attack that happened the last couple of days, but you can't really make too sense of it.
Okay. I'm going to roll as well and see if I can hear anything.
Yep.
Since I'm a little sneakier.
So with disadvantage.
9, 9, and 14. So 9, I take the lower of them.
Mm-hmm.
You would, what did you roll?
An 8.
8. Yeah.
I don't hear much more.
Yeah.
No. We're too busy talking to each other.
You guys are talking about that crazy druid
Twilight.
Twyla.
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 And you're
well,
kind of concerned about what's going to happen to Demetrius when he meets up with this clan to ask them for a
Yeah,
favor.
I just don't feel like it's going to shake out.
No, I seriously worry for Matris and meeting those druids.
I feel like
They
after
were
this, we're going to
nuts.
have to go back and do that.
It's probably a good thing to. Is it almost a full moon that we can stop by the circle? Do you
Well, we
think?
should have just done that. We should have scrapped this one and done that first.
Well,
Those aren't the rules,
this is what Matris told us to do. So
This
let's
is what Demetrius told us
accomplish
to do.
this.
It's interesting though that he's very transactional. Like you don't think he just does favors, and we did him a favor in saving his dang life.
This is transactional. Yeah, now he's paying us back, and he probably hopes to never see us again unless
I
we
think
have
so.
money.
I agree, and I don't have any money.
No, I'm 2 silver less now, but this is worth it.
I think it's also a little. I totally agree with you. Back home, we got some hot springs that we just sit in, and all of the just dirt comes straight out of the pores. It's very nice.
Sounds lovely.
So you guys have your soak.
All right, we probably should get back to the
Yeah.
room, start copying that book. Sooner we get it done, sooner we can leave.
So Bryn's like really enjoying her steam. So like she comes in to the room a little late, like just kind of like real relaxed, and is like, "Oh, so sorry I'm late. But I did get a little information, but not a whole lot.
What's going on?
Oh yeah.
Apparently there's a monster of some sort and an attack, but
Aye.
I don't know much more than that.
A
Did you guys
monster.
hear anything in the steam room?
No.
No.
We were supposed to listen. Uh-oh.
Oh well, I
Maybe-
was
maybe-
super relaxed. So
Maybe we can ask Wade. Maybe he has more information.
I-
That he can at least tell us where it happened or what's going on.
Or maybe what's his name from the guard?
Colin.
Yeah, Colin. Maybe what's his name?
Caden.
Kaden.
Kaylin.
Kaylin.
And Wade is who
Kaylin.
you met so
Kaylin
far.
and Wade. Interesting. You don't think there's a beast here, do you?
Maybe we can help whatever it is fighting this beast,
and-
and they'll pay to copy this book for us.
I like this idea.
Yes.
This is what we're talking about. Yes.
All right.
Stumble duck. And Allie gets like really excited.
Let's go check with Wade and see if he's got any info.
You can like feel that like Elliot like is very nervous about having to like write, and like he's very uncomfortable with that.
Yes.
If the listeners haven't picked that up yet.
I say affirmation to Wade.
All right.
Formation.
Hi, Wade. What were you hearing, Bryn? Can you tell him? And maybe he's got
Yeah,
some more
I
info.
heard in the steam room that there was a monster attack, maybe.
Yeah, it happened. Must be about 3 or 4 days ago now. There was a wizard got attacked while he was reading, and his homunculus died. Backtrack a little bit. You guys remember that Hollander and Kuman were homunculus.
They were okay.
What's a homunculus?
A chicken.
A homunculus is basically a collection of animals that have been put together and given a ability to interact, to be like a person.
Okay.
Apparently he got attacked and his homunculus died, but he was able to fend off the creature. It was like a spider or something, I think.
That's the beast was a spider, or
It was a pretty
like a giant spider.
Yes, like a giant spider.
Is there a reward out, do you know, for anyone that can get rid of this beast?
Catch the
Well,
spider.
the beast was already destroyed, so
Oh,
Oh.
gotcha. Okay.
He just took the air out of our sails.
why
Yeah.
are you guys looking to adventure and fight?
And just make a little money to have someone else transcribe this book for us.
From what I saw, you guys have quite a ways to go, so I don't think you're going to be able to raise that many funds in 10 days.
Aye.
Okay.
We don't think so either.
So I'd say you're probably going to need to transcribe it.
Yeah, I think my friends here their penmanship looks pretty great, so I think that's what we'll do. But tell me, are there people looking for adventurers?
I mean, yeah, there's usually postings for little jobs here and there that you can do.
Interesting. Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess is the book back in the room?
It is. We should go copy.
Let's get to copying, I suppose.
Okay, well, you'll want to bring the book over to the House of Binder, and they will assist you with getting parchment and quills, and
Oh, good. The quills are very important.
then they'll bind it all together for you at the end.
Oh, that makes sense. The House of Binder now. Okay. That's very clever.
Stumbleduck, did you want to carry the book again this time?
Is the book bigger than
How
Stumbleduck?
big is this book that we're talking about?
This one is a little
Wow,
bit
deja
smaller,
vu.
What are the dimensions?
7 inches by 10 inches by about 5 inches thick.
And how many pages?
642.
Oof.
But it's all pictures.
And you have to actually copy pictures.
You got to
not
draw
text.
the pictures.
No, but it's a fairly big size book.
Yeah, I'll carry it over.
Couple hundred pages.
Yeah, a couple hundred
Yeah, you'll
pages.
carry it.
And we
Okay.
have to remind me, fellas, lady, did we ask Matrix exactly what we needed to copy, or is it just the whole book?
Go ahead and roll a history check with disadvantage.
Great. 11. That's not good. History isn't. I have a 10. What say you?
guys can roll
3,
it as well.
2.
7.
That's not good.
20.
With
You got to
disadv-
20. A dirty 20.
with
Dirty
disadvantage.
20.
That's
That's
a-
a disadvantage. I
you
don't
gotta-
know what the
You
disadvantage.
got to roll twice.
Twice.
That's not fun.
2.
16.
That's better.
That's a
That's not.
Go
A,
with that.
that's
16?
I'm okay with 16.
He didn't tell you if it was an individual page or a spell or if it was just the whole book. And you guys didn't ask.
Beatrice.
We did not ask. Dang it. This is not okay.
Guys,
How far is he away?
3 days.
It's impossible.
Three
I
days
know.
that you'd
I
already
just
left
wait.
trying to find the
I
circle.
wasn't really even asking you. I was just speaking out loud. All right.
Well, can we read the book? Can we see if there's like a spell we think it is?
All right. So let's. Yeah, that's actually a brilliant idea. Like just how to trap a demon in a tree.
Yeah, I think
chapter
it would be
12.
Is there an index?
I think it might be that
Is there a
simple.
glossary? Okay. Head over to the Binder house. We go.
Yes.
The House of Binder's so clever.
I was just thinking that whoever's running the House of Binder, what's the name of
Clippy.
that? I was thinking like the Lisa, whatever the Binder.
Lisa Frank. Yes. Oh my gosh! Please make the person's name now is Lisa Frank. Or,
Who's Lisa Frank?
oh, this
The
is
trapper
my
keep-
husband. Listen, he grew up in like the mountains, and like he's like a mountain
Who
elf.
invented the Trapper Keeper?
E. Bryant Crutchfield, which sounds like a D&D name. Number
Yes.
1, Bryant Crutchfield.
So you guys take your book over to the House of Binder, and behind the counter you see a elf.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm E. Bryant.
Hi, E. Bryant. I'm Bryn.
Welcome. And who are you?
Gimbal.
Gimbal. Nice to meet you, Gimbal.
You
And
too.
Hi, lad. The name's Elliot.
Hello, Elliot.
E. Bryant, we have a book that we need to transcribe. Would you be able to help us?
Oh, yeah, we can get you set up. How long do you think it's going to take you to transcribe it?
I'm
Oh my
guessing
gosh.
9 days.
Forever.
9 days.
10 days. Till
Okay.
the end. We're going to need all the time. Look
Okay.
at this book. It's huge.
Well, it's going to be, and he's going to kind of flip through it and be like, okay, you need this many things of parchment. We'll give you about 10% extra in case you have mess ups. And then,
Brian, can we have 15% extra?
sure, we can bump it up to 15% extra. And then you think you're going to take you 9 days?
Hey, E. Bryant, do you have any tips, tricks, or
Yes.
to speed up the transcribing and to make it as accurate as possible?
Is there like a wand of copying?
Well, no.
Or a quill of copying?
No, you guys are just getting the base package of having access to the book in order to copy it.
Okay.
Aye, that's where we live, in the base package.
Yep. But I could show you to the room, and he collects the payment, and he's like, and we'll refund you back if you don't use the full 9 days. And I guess if you have any questions.
How long is this open? Is this a 24-hour, like, sun up to sundown situation?
Yeah, you can stay here as long as you need. You have 9 days to get everything copied.
Perfect, Gimbal. You have really good night vision, so you
I
can
heard you
take
had
night
superior.
shift.
I'll take the night
You
shift.
take the night shift. Superior vision of darkness.
I do.
Hey, Bryant, I do have a question. Is there any interns or anyone running around here that maybe wants a little just of experience and just wants to be able to copy just for fun?
Well, they're the ones that are doing our copies. If you want to pay them,
No, I was looking for something a little bit more of like an apprenticeship where we don't pay them, but they get the experience to put on their resume.
no,
Okay.
we don't do that.
Well, if for some reason that happens, just send them our way.
Sure.
We have lots of experience. Look at this book. Lots of experience to give them.
With a wealth of knowledge.
There's a wealth of knowledge in this book. We're hoping to find some ourselves.
All right, so they show you to your room.
All right.
right.
Well, let's see here. Let's open up the book and let's give it a good investigation.
So go ahead and roll your investigation checks at
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
I'm going to take a nap and do it again tomorrow.
You're welcome to do that.
All right. Well, listen, lads. I'm not doing too good here. I'm going to go take a nap. Why don't the two of you get into this and I'll see you. What time is it? It's probably
Sounds-
dusk now, and I'll see you in the morning.
Sounds good. I rolled an 18.
Okay, you got
Oh,
an 18.
I'm
Bryn?
going to go take a rest too because I have a 9. So I'm going to pop a squat on the cot.
All right, I'm going to say that I'm just going to go in the order that you guys started talking. So, Elliot, you kind of flipped through it, and you're trying to read through it, but you're just not. You're feeling tired. It's hard to focus.
And I'm feeling tired, and I'll be honest, I'm trying to avoid this situation.
Okay.
So I'm going to go.
And then, Gimbal, you are a little bit more interested. You're maybe a little bit more literate, so you're able to read through it. And It is a book about various demons. And what you notice is that each page is written by the same author, but kind of written differently. So you can kind of get a sense that this person's ramblings was like his experiences, and they would add a new section to the book.
Yeah,
add a new
kind of
section
did
to
it
the book.
over time rather than sit down and did it all at once.
Yep. And you learn a couple of things when you're reading this book. Magic actually comes from something called the weave, and there's different ways you can access the weave. One of the ways is you can study and learn books, and you can kind of learn a way to access the weave through chance and using objects. But then you also have people like clerics or paladins that are able to access the weave through their god or goddesses. And you're like, oh, that's really interesting. And you're kind of like really detailed reading through it. And then I need your other two companions, so Bryn and Elliot, to go ahead and roll a perception check, obviously with disadvantage.
12.
11.
You guys don't really notice anything because you're so tired, and you kind of head off to bed. And Stumbleduck, you're going to stay up. Are you just reading today, or are you going to start copying?
Well, I was planning on thumbing through real quick, so if anything jumped out.
Okay.
But then I was just going to start copying. That's
Okay.
my plan.
Yep. So you start reading it through. Nothing really jumps out at you at this point.
Okay.
So you could probably start copying if you wanted to.
All right, I'm going to start copying.
Okay. Elliot, are you going back to the room, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I think Elliot is going to, he's probably hungry. So I would assume stop at the Heart, grab like a quick bowl of stew, maybe some brown bread, and then head back and go to bed.
At the hearth, you see there's a very large ogre, which really stands out in the corner. And he's just thumbing through books and stuff like that. But
Okay.
nothing else stands out. In that
Does he look
facility.
friendly?
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's aggressive at all.
All right, I'm going to grab my brown bread, probably waiting for my stew, and I'm just going to walk over. Hi.
Hello.
Hello there, sir. How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Enjoying your evening. What you reading?
Oh, I'm reading something about werewolves.
Aye, werewolves. Those are interesting. Growing up in the forest like I have, I've seen a few.
Really? That is quite entertaining.
It is very. I can tell you a tale or two probably if you got some time.
I do have some time.
Absolutely. I want to roll for some charisma. Do I have to do a disadvantage on that?
Yes.
15.
What are you trying to do for this charisma?
Oh, I just entertain him.
Oh yeah, he's
for fun.
He's excited. He enjoyed having somebody talk with him.
Yeah. Okay, cool. What was his name?
My name's the little one.
I like that. That's funny. Little one. Little one, they call me Elliot.
Nice to meet you, Elliot.
Nice to meet you. Well, listen, thoroughly enjoyed it. Can hope you continue reading that book and you're liking your stories. Me and my compatriots will be here for the next week or so. So if you're more than welcome to join us if you see us dining or hanging out.
Thank you for the offer.
You're welcome. I'm going to go call it a night. I'm a bit exhausted. Maybe tomorrow I'll be a bit more cheery.
Bryn, what are you doing?
Bryn's just so exhausted. She goes up to the room, and on the way, does she see anything to the room? No?
Nope.
Cool. So she's just going to pop a squat on a cot.
Go ahead and roll a d6 and call even or odd.
Odd.
When you lay down in the cot, it feels nice, comfortable, and you're perfectly fine. You get a nice rest. When you come in, Bryn's already in a cot.
Okay, he's probably going to just like take off his weapons and things like that and just have his tartan, roll it up over his shoulder and snuggle in and fall asleep.
Where are
I
you
didn't even
sleeping at?
think of that. So like Bryn's like face down on the cot with everything attached to it. I just like
Passed
landed
out.
right on
Very
it.
tired.
No, I love that. Is there a window?
Sure. Give me a window.
I'm going to probably move my cot under the window. He's a druid. He wants to be outside. He's also part of the moon circle, so he wants to be able to like see the moon, kind of get energized on that. So he's gonna slide his cot under the window, open the window a bit, and just kind of lay there and look up at the moon.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
4.
Okay, thanks. Kimbo, we're going to jump back to you. You read through it, but you are exhausted.
Yeah.
But you feel much more tired than you think you should feel. So you are just really struggling to kind of stay awake. You're just really tired and you're just having trouble.
Okay.
So you're like, okay, I think I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to come back to this tomorrow. You actually now have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Well, if I'm that tired, I'm going to start walking back. And since they both took the cots, I'm going to take the bed.
Exactly.
Sleep in the bed.
Okay, that's good. So you're doing all the work. That makes
Two of
sense.
the tallest characters pick the cots.
I just picture this tiny little gnome in the center of the bed, like all of the pillows around. Like we forgot to take pillows and blankets.
Yeah,
like
no.
I'm wrapped up in my skirt, and like you are.
I'm fully dressed with everything,
Bow and
like
arrow
bow and
sticking
arrow.
out. You're like, your arrows are falling out of your quiver. One stuck in your hair.
Gimbal, you're like walk in. There's like no movement from Bryn. She just doesn't do it like anything. She's just out.
Yes. I even make a little noise just to see.
I imagine you like curled up like a, like the duck, how he like swings his head around and like tucks it. You're just like in
like
the
a bagel.
ball. Yeah,
Like
like a
a
bagel.
bagel.
So, Gimbal, you're asleep for about an hour. It's been about 4 hours for Bryn and Elliot.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, you hear a very large crashing sound as Elliot's cot has broken
Aye.
and Elliot landed hard on the floor.
Aye. Is this what I get for not just sleeping outside like I'm used to?
Bryn jumps up out of pure terror and tries to find her bow and stuff. And it's all on
It's
the
okay,
floor.
lass. It's fine. It's just me and the shoddy cot they gave us. They really do just want us all to sleep in this bed together. Okay, how do I feel? Did my exhaustion gone away?
Your exhaustion is going to stay because your cot fell and you kind of didn't get a nice sleep after that. So you have 1 level of exhaustion. You're still going to have 2 levels because you kind of spent a little bit longer. So you didn't quite get a good night's rest and you are feeling rested. It's the next morning.
It is the next morning. All right.
Are you too hungry? Do you want to go down to the hearth?
I'll get some food in
And
me.
then-
Yeah, some
and
berries
then-
would be great.
I can start making.
Take
I can
your
start
turn.
take my turn.
Good, because I'm still
topping the
exhausted.
book.
I need to rest up.
Why
a
don't
little
you Why don't you hang out here a bit? Or you want to fancy another steam? Would that rejuvenate us?
more? I'm thinking some food and then a little more sleep for me and then maybe
All
another
right.
steam.
Yeah, so I think we are going to head down, get some food, and then I'm going to let you go into the binder house, and I think, Stumbleduck, what you say? And there's like right outside the back of the, like in front of the hearth in that like courtyard of the grassy area, I imagine we just kind of pull up a tree situation and
Pull up a tree.
yeah.
Pull up a tree.
Pull up a tree, like you take a nap, and also too, I think I'm just gonna hang out and like maybe try to catch some, like just kind of be one with nature, kind of catch some Z's.
Bryn, you are copying this book down. Go ahead and roll an investigation. You no longer have disadvantage.
Plus 13. No, 23.
23. All right.
We're adding 13.
13.
So you're able to read up a little bit about werewolves and were-rats and were-boars and all sorts of different types of creatures that are like werewolves. And you find a couple passages on how to hunt them, like you need to have silvered weapons they're more susceptible to, and they're morally nocturnal on the side. And typically they're all evil races, but not all of them are evil races.
Do I read anything about like where to get these silver weapons?
Typically like a monastery or like a paladin order you'd be able to purchase silvered weapons from.
And then she just starts copying down. She's
I'm going
going.
to say it's been a couple of hours. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw. 2. Okay. So that fails. So you're going to gain 1 level of exhaustion and go ahead and roll a d6.
2.
So you're taking 2 damage as well.
Oh.
Ouch.
Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master. I really hope you're enjoying this one shot. If you're enjoying the content, please share it with your friends. Let them know about this exciting podcast. And then also make sure to check out our actual podcast, Carriage Rest Tales. You can find Carriage Rest Tales on any of the podcast platforms or on the website where you're listening to this episode as well. In addition, if you are enjoying the podcast, please consider giving us a 5-star review. That's going to increase our visibility and hopefully get us out there in front of more listeners. And without further ado, let's continue the episode. All right, so last we left off, Bryn, you took 2 damage and you took a level of exhaustion as you were working for a few hours reading and copying down this book.
It's exhausting.
Yes, it is. But I'm
I
more
don't-
exhausted than you.
Are you with me? You're not with me. I'm by myself, right?
They are out in the courtyard. They pulled up a tree.
We pulled up a
and-
tree.
Okay, so I'm going to walk out and I'm going to find them at the tree. I'm going to pop a squat. I'm all about popping squats on things, apparently.
I lost, so how did it go?
It was good. The book's very interesting.
What you learning?
I'm learning about werewolves.
That's really interesting. I met a chap back in the pub, big fella, said he was learning about werewolves.
Interesting. Was he reading something or?
He was reading a book. I don't know. I wonder if he's reading the same book.
He might have been. Did you learn? Oh.
Oh, you feel like you have an idea there.
No, your idea.
What's my idea?
The idea that he's reading the same book.
Yeah, now I wonder if he's reading the same book. So, all right. Well, listen, why don't you start copying over, and I'm going to go see if I can find this ogre. How's that sound?
Sounds good. I'm a little exhausted still, but
Well, that's all right. And then fancy yourself a cup of coffee.
okay.
Here. And she like tosses him a silver.
What level of exhaustion are you?
2.
Did you not snap?
I
only got
did.
40
Does he get
minutes.
I
anything
feel
back
rested,
from his
but-
rested underneath the tree? Half a level back, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, we'll give you 1 exhaustion back. So you're down
All
at level 1 exhaustion.
All right.
Hey, Elliot, you're going to have to be up here pretty soon. We're exhausted.
I understand that, but I'm gonna go find the ogre because maybe I don't have to do it. Maybe this ogre just knows the book entirely and he can like verbatimly say it or something. We could just bring him with us.
Yeah.
I like it.
Let's go see.
Yes, I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see.
Gimbal, you're going to peel off and start writing down more in the book, and we'll cut to you in a minute. Bryn and Elliot, you guys are together, or are you doing something separate?
Are you fancy a nap?
I do fancy a nap.
How does exhaustion work? Like we have to have a full night's rest.
Full night's rest, yeah.
So not till
Oh.
the next day will it be released. So regardless if you nap during the day or not, nothing's
Well,
gonna
we
happen.
just did it for Gimbal over there for
Uh-huh.
8-hour nap, so
Okay.
What time of day is it?
I'd say it's probably afternoon because you took the morning shift.
How about I
of
stay with
writing
you and then I'll get a good night's sleep afterwards?
All right, so let's see if we can find this ogre.
Okay, let's try it.
I'm gonna head back to the hearth first because that's the first time where I met him.
He's just chilling out the hearth.
No way, he's chilling out at the hearth. That's
Yes.
easy.
Fancy that.
Oh, what was the name again?
Oh, hey, Elliot.
Oh, hey there, big guy. How's it going? Oh, little one.
Little
That's
one.
was it.
Yes.
Ah,
It was little
And
one.
he like kind of looks off to the side, hand on his hip. That was it. Hey there, what you reading?
Oh, just this book.
That's fantastic. And you said it was about werewolves.
Yes.
What's the name of the book?
How not to become a werewolf.
Oh, interesting. Hey, tell me, have you ever read, and he looks at Bryn. What's the name of the book we're copying?
Mavrov Mighty Discretions.
Yeah, have you heard about that book?
I haven't heard that book. That seems like probably a pretty rare book.
I think so too, but it's also about werewolves.
Oh, well,
Oh, it's digression.
I mean, it is
Digressions,
kinda-
little one, digressions.
You're having a
digressions.
conversation with yourself over there.
Yeah. I'm
What you doing?
exhausted. I can't read my notes.
I just picture her just like, what? I don't.
I have never heard of Masrov's Mighty Digressions.
You have not.
No.
Okay. Well, it's evidently about a little bit about werewolves. You might be something you're interested in.
I'll make sure to write it down. And
But
he
listen, we're
puts a little
currently
note
using the
down.
book. We're currently using the book right now. So let us finish first, please.
Little one, hi, I'm Bryn. I do
where are my manners?
I know. Hello.
Hi, Bryn.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Is there a reason why you're reading How to Not Turn Into a Werewolf? Is there something going on?
I just try to collect as much knowledge as I can
Wonderful.
to honor my late friend.
Who's your late friend?
I don't know what his name was. He was the gnome that I had crushed though back when I was not in the right mind. But ever since I got this circlet from him, I feel much better.
I'm not really from around here. What's a circlet? What you pointing to?
And he points to his head and he's wearing like a little, not like a tiara, but like a little crown type headband.
That is very pretty. And he's going to look at Bryn. You want to tell us a little bit more about crushing your friend?
Well, ogres aren't really known for being the brightest or
The most dexterous.
the most dexterous, yes. And, well, that was me back in the day. And, I accidentally, in my savagery, had crushed that little one. And, well, I guess it was the best thing for me because he had this little circlet. And ever since then, I've been able to comprehend and be a productive member of society ever since I've been wearing it.
Interesting.
So I took the name Little One in his honor.
Little one. So what's this thing do for you? Does it make you read faster?
It just helps me remember things.
Bryn, it looks like you have an idea there.
Yeah, hey, Elliot, let's step aside really quick.
Little one, you fancy a mead or a coffee or something?
Yes, I would like a mead.
Absolutely. Oh, my friend and I will go grab you one. Do you
Yes.
mind if we
Thank
join you?
Sure.
Wonderful. Okay, so Bryn, hurries and grabs Elliot and
Yeah,
just,
what?
dragging him
Okay.
along.
Yes, I'm here. We're not going anywhere.
Little one was the name on the book
Which book?
from when we were first in Matros's
It was the little one. Oh, no, was it this little one or the little one he crushed?
good question.
So do you think he knows Demetrius?
I don't know. Let's ask.
You're very smart. Very observant.
Thank you.
All right, let's get to the meat. Did you want meat or coffee? How about a coffee?
I need a coffee.
Let's get you a coffee.
Yes, extra tall, please.
So we're going to go get coffees and go back and talk to Little One.
What are you trying to learn from Little One?
We want to know if he knows Matrix.
Yes, he does know Matrix. He would regale you with the story of how he wanted to make sure that his circlet never fell off of him. So he contracted Matrix to basically pass that magic onto him permanently.
Little One, are you an author yourself?
No, I'm not quite far enough along in my education to be an author.
Interesting, but you like to scribe?
I like to read.
Ah, don't we all?
I haven't been able to comprehend language like this in ever since Little One.
Knowledge is very mighty.
Do you know much about Little One that you had the accident?
I don't know anything about him other than he gifted me my life now.
'Tis what they say, circle of life.
As you are drinking your mead, Bryn, you pick it up with your left hand and stinging feeling goes through your hand. And then you notice that you have a couple of bite marks on your left hand, like on the back of your hand.
Ouch.
You're all right,
What bit me? Do I see anything?
Nope.
Elliot, something bit me.
Elliot's going to look around. What was it, like a bug or a fly or something?
I don't see anything anywhere.
Interesting.
Can I roll investigation and look around?
Sure.
I'm assuming I don't need to roll again because that was a 1.
Yeah, no. You
So
don't notice,
5.
You don't notice anything.
Interesting.
We're going to cut scenes over to Gimbal. You are recording down, and this time when you're reading through, your passage is talking about the various different demon lords. So you feel like, oh, yep, I'm actually getting to where I need to be at. So they're talking about demons and the various types of ways that they'll enter the planes. And you kind of start to doze off a little bit because you're just feeling so tired. So you're going to take 1 level of exhaustion and go ahead and roll a d6.
1 level on top of the level I already have, so I'm back to 2.
You're back to 2.
3.
You feel like a pain in your left hand. And you look down, and as you're holding the book down, you have noticed that it has had a mouth protrude from it, wrapped around and grabbed the back of your hand, and is currently sucking the life out of you.
Oh my gosh.
But you didn't notice because you were over here writing, and then,
Yeah.
but you were like, oh, and then you went to flip the page, and it bit you, and you're like, oh my goodness.
Can I pull my hand away, or is it hooked on me?
You can definitely pull your
All
hand
right.
away, and we're going to go ahead and roll initiative for Gimbal there.
Could I fight the book?
10.
10. Okay, I got an 8, so you get to go first. It bit you, and now you can react.
Okay. I'm going to take out my daggers.
Okay.
No, I'm going to run.
No, you're not. No, don't. Stop. No.
Do whatever you want to do.
Don't. You can't do what you were going to do. Just
Hey,
do what you were going to
backstory,
do.
do I still have that poison?
No, you used it for the mimic. Remember? You dropped it on the
I
mimic.
thought it was
You
just
did.
1 drop.
Yeah, no.
I thought I had more.
I mean, technically you did do a drop, but I think he's going to make you.
Yeah.
Not have it anymore.
No, I'm not taking out my daggers because we need information in this book. I'm not going to destroy it.
No. You don't look at my crazy eyes. You do you.
What are you going to do? It's your turn, though.
I'm going to run and get the rest of the group. I'm going to lock the door behind me so that book's not going anywhere.
As you turn to run, the book transforms into a bat and starts flying after you.
That's a little bit better than fighting a book.
Sorry, the
Sounds
book
like the
is
book
about-
is everything, whatever it wants to be.
The book is everything. Knowledge is everything. The Dare poster.
So you're just running.
Even though my speed is halved right now because I'm at a level 2.
Go ahead
But you're
and roll
stealthy, right?
Go ahead and roll a dexterity check as you are trying to close this door before the book can escape. The bat book.
That book?
That book.
book.
Dexterity
Book.
check. It's a D20.
Yep.
All right.
D20 and add your dexterity modifier, but you have disadvantage because you have 1 level of exhaustion.
Well, my disadvantage roll makes it 2 plus my 2, so 4.
So you try to shut it, and the bat kind of gets its way through it. Now you're in the lobby area, and it's going to transform into like a ball of light that's about 3 feet wide, and it's going to shock you with electricity.
Okay.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. That hits.
Yep.
You gain a 2nd level of exhaustion, and you roll a d6.
So I gain a 3rd level of exhaustion.
A 3rd level of exhaustion. Yep, and you roll a d6 to see how much damage you take.
Oh my god.
4.
Stumbleduck's gonna die.
Stumbleduck's not looking too good.
Question. So, cure wounds, does that cure exhaustion as well, or no?
It does not.
Okay. We got to get him to bed for like 2 days.
That was its attack.
Yeah.
Okay. Is E. Bryant Crutchenfield anywhere around here?
You haven't really made any noise yet, so I don't know if E. Bryant would notice anything yet, but he is definitely in the room.
All right, I'm shouting for help.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh my goodness! And then he's gonna go just like run past you and like throw the doors open. He's like, "We need some help in here. We need some help in here."
Do we hear him?
You guys definitely hear.
Reverse I formation.
Yeah. Power stack. That's what we'll call it.
And then Gimble, you see that the doors are open to the outside, or you can stay in this confined room with this creature.
I'm going to make my way to the doors.
I assume that's what you would
Yes.
do. For our listeners, what does 3 levels of exhaustion do to you?
So level 1 was disadvantage on ability checks. Level 2 halves my speed. Level 3 makes disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
Not looking too hot.
No.
So we're gonna kind of. I feel like we're like at the hearth. We see these doors sling open. They run into the quad. It like stumble into the quad more or less. So we're gonna go check it out.
Can we see the creature from where we're standing?
Once you get outside, you'll see Stumbleduck kind of running out of the House of Binder, and you'll see this floating 3-foot light energy source following after him.
Come help! I'm being attacked!
Aye.
And we'll let you guys go now in the initiative order.
19.
5.
So it's going to be Elliot, Gimble, Book.
Bryn.
Gimble just ran out. The book is chasing you. So we'll say it is Bryn's turn.
Bryn is going to pull out her longbow, and
Luckily, Elliot's pretty short. Or
Gimble's pretty short.
Gimble's pretty short.
Yeah,
and the
so
book's
I
floating
think-
behind him.
Yes, so I think I'll be able to try to shoot my arrow. 21.
That hits. So now you can roll your damage.
Hopefully I get more than a 1 this time. 6.
Did you add?
Plus my dexterity, which plus 3.
So 9.
9.
It takes the 9 damage. You see the arrow kind of hit into the center of that light ooze that's floating around, and it definitely reacts to it. It kind of lets out like a little spark of light. So you definitely feel like you dealt damage to it. And that brings us up to Elliot.
Elliot's he's continuing to run towards it, and at the same time, he's gonna ask Stumbleduck, "What's going on?"
It's the book. It transformed into this crazy, I don't even know. First it was a bat, then it's coming at me like this ray of light or whatever it is.
Tis the book.
This is the book.
This is the. Oh, aye.
This is the book. Mavrov's Mighty Digressions. Are there any wizards in the courtyard?
Right now, no.
All right, so what? It's a ball of light, is what we're looking at.
Yep. It's about a 3-foot diameter ball of light.
All right, he's just gonna run up and hit it with his axe.
You leap over Stumbleduck.
Yeah, 2-handed. 7.
And you trip over Stumbleduck. Just kidding.
Wasn't a 1.
You leap over Stumbleduck and you try to swing, but you are just kind of misjudged it. So you miss.
I only have 1 attack.
Gimble.
Let's see. I'm going to still move a little bit further away from him because I'm guessing I was like 5 feet away from him then.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get like 15 feet.
You're gonna keep trying to move away from it.
Yeah. And pull out my short bow.
And then shoot it.
Yep.
You have disadvantage, I think, on attack rolls.
You do.
So that was a 22.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. And this is a 9.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just having a little trouble pulling the drawstring back. You're just so tired. Elliot, does a 17 hit you?
It does.
You are going to take 10 necrotic damage, but you don't take a level of exhaustion.
Well, isn't that fancy?
As it lets out a lightning attack on you.
Oh, fantastic. I don't think I have anything that saves against lightning.
And then Bryn, I think we're back up at you.
Okay, so Bryn's gonna shoot another arrow. 23.
23 hits.
8.
Same thing. You get a nice solid hit in. It lets out a little bit of light, so you know. And it got a little bit smaller. So now it's maybe a 2-foot diameter sphere.
Sorry, question. If I turn into an animal and then I use all of its hit points and I die, I come back to myself with the hit points that I have.
Originally, yep.
So it's like an extra set of hit points.
Correct. I think we're getting our first druid shapeshift.
Yeah, sorry guys, give me a second. All right, we're in a library.
We're in a library. We're in the courtyard of.
Yeah, right outside it, yeah.
Hold
Is
on,
that gonna
sorry.
help you pick what animal you are?
Yeah, it is. I'm thinking Lion, the Witch, in the Wardrobe. I should be a lion.
Oh, there you go.
All right, I'm going to turn into a lion. So, okay, well, 2 things I can do. I can do that as a bonus action. So as my action, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the book. So each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or purple light. Your choice. I'm going to pick purple. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed a dim light of 10-foot radius. Any attack rolls against the affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it.
I take a sturdy saving throw as a 17.
It's against my save spell DC.
Yep.
Is a 12.
Yep. So I passed.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Probably nothing happens with me, my guess.
Other than you wasted a spell cast.
I wasted a spell. We'll check you off here. And now I'm annoyed. And I'm going to turn into a ferocious lion.
How does a lion sound like?
That was actually really good.
Hurt my jaw. Lions actually like huff.
Well, then I've been lied to by that.
Lion King.
Oh, I was thinking the movie company that has the lion at the start of it.
Yeah.
MGM. Yeah, it's actually a tiger that does that.
Is it an action or no?
It's a bonus action. And because of my druid circle, I can cast shapeshift as a bonus action.
Okay.
I don't know if it's called shapeshift. Whatever
Okay,
it's called.
sounds good. So you're
Wild shape.
you're a lion for next time.
Yes, I'm a lion. So all of a sudden you guys see me like do this thing and like a little purple light comes out of my hands, but nothing happens. And then I like roll my eyes and all of a sudden a gigantic lion with a huge mane of hair tied up in a bun is in front of you.
And
And I don't think you guys
Can you have your kilt be like your neck, like your band? It's almost like a bandana. Or
Yes, yes. But and you guys don't know this.
Oh yeah.
all right, so Gimbal, that brings us up to you.
All right, I'm gonna try and take another shot with my short bow.
Roll at disadvantage.
That would be a 13, and that would be a 7.
That misses. You got really distracted when this lion appeared.
And Bryn's like, "Holy crud! What just happened?"
The book is going to attack the lion that is now in front of it because it's in melee range. Does a 14 hit the lion's armor class?
Yes.
You take 7 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Bryn.
Okay, so is the lion between the book and Bryn?
Yes.
And how far is Bryn? How far am I away?
Probably about 30 feet.
Okay, well,
Bryn, book, and the lion.
Bryn's like, okay, there's a lion, there's a book. She's just gonna like put her bow back, pull out her short sword, and start running the 30 feet to
Okay.
try to
Yeah, you can close the distance and
Yeah.
then swing away.
swing away.
All right, swing away.
23.
All right, well, that's a natural 20.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Yeah. So the way we do natural 20s is you get your max damage. So that's going to be, what was the maximum damage you could do with your sword?
6.
6 plus your
Dexterity. So 9.
9. So you're going to do 9 and now just roll like you normally would.
Like a D20? Or
Well,
the
like,
D8?
like
like
your
the-
normal damage. So D6
4.
Plus
All right.
your
plus your dex.
Dex, which is 3. So 7.
So you do a total of 16 damage to it as you come in and just get an amazing hit on it because it's distracted also by this random lion that just appeared out of nowhere.
Woo!
Lion, it's your turn.
You can call me
Elliot.
Elliot the Lion.
Elliot the lion.
So the lion has something called pack tactics, and the lion has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of the lion's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated. So we are going to give it a bite, is what I want to do. 17, thank
That
you.
hits.
1d8. Ooh, 7 to hit.
All right,
Piercing damage.
What does it look like when you kill this ectoplasm of floating light?
So I imagine that the lion like just jumps up and like encapsulates the whole ball of light like in its mouth and does a like shake of its head. And then when the light disappears, does the book come back?
No, it does not. Instead, you just see little bits of puddles of goo all over the place
Goo?
from the ectoplasm that's been no longer able to hold form.
Does he like the taste of it? I'm gonna roll for that. You tell me.
Sure, you can roll for it. We'll do a roll if you like.
Even or odd? Somebody.
Even.
I should probably just decide in my head what it's gonna be. Okay. Even he likes it. Ooh, he likes it.
Okay.
He likes like.
So finally, after this, it's a pretty short encounter. About a minute later, E. Bryant returns with some people like in actual like armor and knives and swords, and they come up and they see a lion that is licking up the ground for some reason, and they say, I thought it was like a bat, but sure. And they start getting like ready to attack this lion.
Bryn's like, hold up. We're good. We're good. We just need another book.
The lion is now like licking its own paws. and like pushing back its mane.
Readjusting its man bun.
Yeah.
So the lion's with you?
But yeah, yeah.
Is he like you're
It's my-
familiar?
Sure. No, he's not. Companion.
Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Me too.
And he's gonna look
Yeah.
at Kimball. Are you okay?
I got this bite on my hand right now. Hopefully that, will heal, but I'm more worried about that book. That book was very important to what we were doing.
Yeah, it was. That was the third book that's done that. I don't know what's going on.
Are they all from a certain part of the library?
We'll have to look into that. But in the meantime, let us give you guys one of the noble suites so you guys can really relax as we, dive into what this is.
Bryn starts like rubbing Elliot because he's just purring. Like he's so excited.
I was gonna. Can I roll to try to persuade him to also comp us a scribe to scribe the book for us?
Sure, you can roll for persuasion. You have disadvantage.
Yeah,
How about I do it?
go for it. 2.
No, that would be a 19 plus
Ooh, plus.
20. Dirty 20.
Also talk to the higher ups to see if we can do that. But I'm sure we can arrange that with incident that happened here. But let's look into it, and we'll treat you guys to a bath as well, so you can get cleaned up. I'll have Wade present you guys with a key to a noble estate.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
greatly.
Yes.
Elliot, do you need anything else?
I can't understand you. Right? I can't understand.
Oh,
them.
that's
I
right.
think you
you're
can
lying.
understand, but you can't speak.
Oh,
back.
I can understand them. I'm gonna because I don't want to come out of lion form yet. I'm gonna look at you, look at the goo, look at you, look at the goo, look back at you.
Hey, Stumbleduck, do you have another one of your bottles? Can you pick up some of that goo?
Oh, I do have
I
some
think
more
that's
bottles of my
what
toys. Yeah.
Doctor
He's gonna just shake his
Dr.
head.
Lion.
Dr. Lion wants.
And just shake his head and be like,
Or maybe not.
So you guys are able to bottle up some of this goo. So you have
One bottle of goo.
and you guys are given a key to a noble room, and you're given a free bath. I don't know what Elliot's doing during this time.
Elliot is a druid, and he I feel like anytime he goes into a wild shape, he's just really comfortable and it's kind of really relaxing for him. And he has worked so hard over the last few days. So he is probably just going to walk around the court of air as a lion, stretching, maybe bask in the sun, maybe take a nap.
Take a little cat nap.
Yeah, take a little cat nap in the sun and just hang. I'd say probably within the hour, he's going to transform back to himself.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm going to go up to this noble room and I'm going to sleep.
Okay, it sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to sleep and remove one of your levels of exhaustion each day that you're going to be staying here. It happens during the investigation. They will inform you that 3 books in total had turned into monsters over the last couple of months. And 2 of the owners that had brought in and presented the books that had turned into monsters are still in Candlekeep. And that's what you find out. You find out that one of them is named Yalrin High Scroll. He brought in a book that you guys were actually using, which was Mazrov's Mighty Digressions.
Oh.
And Valor was another person that brought in a book that was on planar. It doesn't matter what it was on. She had brought in another book, and she is also still in Candlekeep. And the third person has already left, and you can't really talk to them. They will also inform you that there is not another copy of Mazrov's Mighty Digressions. So there's nothing for you guys to copy, but if you find a version of it, they will copy it for you.
Okay.
So they do accept that they'll pay to have it professionally scribed for you, but they just, unfortunately, that was the only copy they had because it is a more rare book.
Can we ask if the books turned into different monsters, or were they all that blob of light?
They would say that they each turned into a monster, but eventually turned into that blob of light.
Are they giving us this report? Is this investigation 3 days later? Is it later that day?
Oh,
Is it?
yeah.
I'd say a couple of days later. So
So
for
you're
all
back to
intents and
human form.
purposes, before you guys leave, you can eliminate your exhaustion.
Okay.
Well, I didn't want to leave yet. I feel like we need to go talk to Yarwin High Scroll.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I just couldn't remember where all of us were at.
Yeah, I think we're together.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I say we go talk to High School and see if he can tell us where another book is, or if he knows the spell.
Or where he got that book from. That's
Oh, we considering this a long rest?
You can consider it a long rest.
That means you can take your hit points out.
And Dr. Lion, what were you wanting us to do with that goo?
Last, it wasn't the goo. I was wanting to know if there was another copy of the book.
Oh.
That's why I was looking at you, looking at the book. Because we got a free scribing of a book that we don't need. That we can't find. 'Tis all.
I just didn't know. Maybe they had 2 copies.
I thought you wanted a snack for
What
later.
kind? They're supposed to be.
I'll tell you, the goo was quite delicious.
Oh, I still got some if you want it.
I hope I didn't frighten y'all with my changing like that.
It threw me off for a moment, but then I
Yeah.
saw you were on our side.
Probably should have said that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Also, it might be beneficial down the road. Maybe if one of you can learn to speak with animals. I feel like we should work on that.
We should.
I had back home, it was all something we all could do.
Is this something to expect regularly from you? Is it all kinds of animals?
I mean, semi-regularly, yeah. I am a druid.
Yeah.
I am one with the fae and the land and the nature. That's why I don't really like to eat them, because I can be them, and I wouldn't fancy someone like eating me.
Fair enough.
So, where are we at? Do we gonna stay here and help these?
I think we need to go talk to High School.
Do we want to? Yeah, I'd agree. Maybe if he brought the book, maybe he's read the book and we can get some information from him.
Or
maybe
that,
know where there's another copy.
Yeah.
That's
or where
a
this book
brilliant
came
idea.
from that all of a sudden is X'd.
Interesting.
All good
Yeah, I
questions.
hope he's not. Yeah, all good questions. All right, let's see if we can find the chap.
I formation.
I agree.
Should we go ask Wade? He's the one that's booking rooms for everybody.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Going to talk to Wade, he would inform you that Yarlin High Scroll is currently in the hearth, and he's talking with some other colleagues of his.
I say we go to the hearth.
Let's go talk to him. Should we?
Why?
Let's make a little plan here. Should we try and like sit next to him and over here first, and then try to, or should we just straight up approach him?
Well, that's a good call. Do we want to just do a little spying first? See what we can overhear, and then before we introduce ourselves? Although I will say, I'm sure they probably know who we are. We've made quite a spectacle.
This is true.
Right? Would you... Wait, what's the buzz around town?
We have some adventurers in town, and they were able to take care of one of the monsters all on their own.
Oh, that would be us.
Yes, it would.
Well, maybe we need to sit down and see if they come to us.
Let's go sit at the table right next to him there.
I think a good idea. Maybe just see what we can overhear. I like this idea, Stumbleduck.
All right.
I'll get us the meads.
We'll get the table.
As soon as you guys walk into the hearth, Yarlin sees you and immediately steps up. Like he stands up to the point where like his chair just like falls back behind and makes quite a bit of clatter. And he comes rushing and goes like, "Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. The name's Yarlin High Scroll." And he takes his hand and he's like trying to shake all of your guys' hands. It's like, I had no idea that was a cursed book. I feel so embarrassed that I brought it here. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to, well, within my means, to be able to assist in making amends for this.
Yeah, we were wondering. We had a couple questions.
Oh yes, anything.
Is it that really freaked us out? That whole thing. Where'd you get that book?
I got that book at a stall at the Wide. That's a big merchant area down in Boulder's Gate.
At the Wide at Boulder's Gate.
You guys would have heard of the Wide before. It's kind of like an open air bazaar in Boulder's Gate, which is one of the major cities in the Forgotten Realms.
Was there an extra copy?
They might have extra copies there, but I got it because it was just such a good steal, and it seemed very underpriced. And now I understand it was probably because it was a cursed book. But I didn't know that when I got it. And again, please, I am so sorry that you guys ended up with that. I had no idea it was a cursed book.
Did you get to read any of it before you turned it in?
I mean, I already read this book before, so it was, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's just a copy of a book, and it was fairly cheap. So I was like, oh, I pick it up because I'm sure, I needed to come to Candlekeep to research some things anyway. So I was like, oh, I'll just use that as a present and gain entry.
Can we roll to see if he's telling the truth?
You certainly can.
What is that?
That is an insight check.
17.
Dirty 20.
Bryn and Gimbal, you guys would definitely know that he's being sincere and trying to give the information. He's not really trying to hide anything. He is very embarrassed about the situation. Elliot, you're not sure.
Yeah.
You're not used to talking with this type of people. You're used to being with your lumberjacks and the druids. And
what's his name?
His name was Yarlin High Scroll.
Yarlin High Scroll. Mr. High Scroll.
Yes.
So, I mean, absolutely accept your apology. I mean, I don't think it was you that hexed the book.
No. It makes me feel so well.
But I do have a few more questions. I feel here when my friends were copying over the book, it was quite exhausting for them. When you were holding the book or carrying it or reading it yourself, did you ever feel really tired?
Now that you mentioned it, I did feel quite tired in my travels from Boulder's Gate.
More tired than usual?
Yeah, probably more tired than usual.
Interesting.
I do remember that the stall, I think, had the word Dune in it.
Dune.
Dune?
Dune.
Yeah, I don't remember the actual name of the stall.
Like
It's
Doon.
like Dune.
Oh, Dune.
The wide, you can find anything and everything you want there, but it's just so crowded. And I'm sorry I don't have more information on that, but
Were there other books that look like this there?
well, it was a bookstore.
I understand that, but the book looks pretty unique, I think.
Oh yeah, it was in their rare collection of books.
Interesting. Did you have the chance to read it at all?
I had already read this book before.
Oh, you've read the book before?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, how that is just perfect. We're in the need of the knowledge of the book.
Okay, I could tell you it was about, and he was just going to repeat like the same things that you guys have already discovered about the book.
So,
very more high level and
okay.
Can I do a history check
sure
to try to remember what spell Mistress wanted out of that book? Or
You
did
can.
he ever tell us?
He never told you guys.
We forgot to ask.
Yeah, Elliot had
Yeah.
rolled that, or Rin. Can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. One of us did. In the
You guys had rolled that
predicaments.
earlier.
Okay.
And you couldn't remember it. You remember that he said he needed the book for a spell in it, but then nobody specified what the spell was.
Okay.
For some reason, we were thinking it was a pamphlet and not a book. Thought it'd be easy just to look at it. We're thinking it was 500 pages. Live and learn. Well, High Scroll, thank you so much for that detailed encounterment. You wouldn't by chance know or can recall any spells specifically that would help trap a demon in a tree?
Or a living
tree?
object.
Or a living object? I mean, no. I mean, I'm sure that was in the section on demons, but at this point, it's been years since I've read the book. I wouldn't be able to recall the necessities of a spell within it.
I feel like we need to head out to this market to see if
I
we can
think
get the
so.
second copy.
Off to the
I do
wide
too.
at Boulder's.
Off to the
Gate.
Y. What time of day is it?
Dusk.
Perfect. What you think? We got a couple more nights here. You want to just take another snooze up in that tower and then head out?
Head out first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I think that should be
Sounds
plenty
good.
fine.
I think sounds good.
Well, listen, High Scroll, if you find yourself in any more predicaments, I guess we'll be here for the next day or so. Let us know. But for now, I think we're going to head back. Thanks again for trying to kill us. And like jabs him in the shoulder a bit.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
All fun and games. We're all alive. It's all good.
That's right.
As you guys leave and go back to your nicer estate room, you will be again greeted and like brought a fresh hot meal. Like they're really trying to make amends for having this screw up that happened for them. And they will let you know that if you can find a copy of the actual book, Mazrov's Mighty Digressions, that they would be happy to give you a Helm of Comprehend Language, which is a magical helmet.
Oh.
Because they really want to have this situation resolved, particularly what they want, more than the copy of the book, is they want to know who's responsible for sending them these cursed books, because it is really starting to hinder the reputation of Candlekeep.
You know what? I think we could maybe ask some more questions. Could we go see the other guy?
Yes, you can.
What was his name?
Valor.
Where was Valor? Where did we find Valor?
Valor, you'd ask Wade, and he would mention that Valor is currently on the roof, reshingling the roof.
Okay, that's a little tricky. So we're gonna stand down. Hey there, Valor!
Shouting up to the roof.
Just shout up to the rooftop.
Valor!
Looking over the edge, you see about a 24-year-old tiefling. What do you want?
Hi, are you Valor?
Yeah, I'm Valor.
I can. You got a second for a quick conversation?
I'm a little busy up here.
We see that, but I promise the conversation's worthwhile.
I'm not sure about that one. Go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw or charisma check if you want to.
7.
She just immediately goes back to doing her work.
Hey, Valor. Come on, we got some... Heard you brought some weird books here. We're gonna ask you about it.
If I answer your questions, will you leave me alone?
Aye, of course. We don't really want to talk to you.
All right, I'll be right down. And then they
Well, that's good because we were gonna come up there.
and then they repel back down. What do you want? I'll give you 5 minutes, and I got to get back to this. I want to reshingle this so I can pay off my debt and I can get out of here.
What's your debt for?
what?
Well, I got to make amends for giving him a cursed book. I didn't know it was cursed, but I can't leave it as that.
Aye. Where'd you get the book from?
Oh, I got it from some shop in the Wide.
Into the Wise, you remember the name of the shop?
No, I don't remember. I hate the Wide. It just stinks of greed there. Just ugh.
Aye, excess. No one likes a good excess.
Yeah, it's
Would you recognize it if I told you? Could it possibly be Dune?
Maybe Dune's in the name. I remember it was not in the center. It was kind of like on one of the off streets, not an ideal location.
Was it an actual physical building or more like a tent?
More like a tent.
Gotcha. Do you remember like the lady or the person that sold you the book? What they looked like? Who took your money?
I mean, she had brown hair. I don't know
Was
what
it
you want from me.
human?
Yeah, it was a human.
Human with brown hair.
Yeah.
Do you remember how much you paid for the book?
I mean, it was fairly cheap for the book. It was about 30 gold or so.
Fairly cheap, 30 gold.
Well, it was a pretty rare book.
What book was it?
It was Dark Hunger.
So Dark Hunger. Interesting.
Yeah, it's about a old demon that,
Does this demon have
was
any black
raising
ooze?
arms. No, nothing about that. It was more ancient story.
Did this
Gotcha.
book make you feel more exhausted when you trekked from the wide to here?
Yeah, I mean, normally that's a pretty easy. I don't really get tired on the road, but yeah, I was pretty tired to that pass.
That makes sense. A strapping lady like yourself would handle this journey quite fine.
Yeah.
Any other questions we have for him?
I don't think so. Well, listen, we're heading to the wide ourselves, so if we find a copy of the book, we'll just leave it there because we don't have 30 gold to buy it. But I guess we'll let you know if we do find another one.
Okay, thank you. I mean, I don't really need it. I've read that book also. I was really using it to get, research into the next demon I'm going to be slaying, so.
What demon are you trying to slay?
Oh, there was some demons that popped up that a town was hiring me to kill, and I just needed to read up on, how to take care of this particular type of demon.
And what'd you find out?
Oh, a ritual that I need to cast in order to entrap them or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out, but then I got roped into fixing this roof so I could pay back my debts.
Do you have this spell?
No, that's what I came here for, but
you
then
came
my
here
book
for.
became possessed and tried to kill a wizard or something. So
What book were you going to be using to find this spell?
that's what I came for. I don't know what the book is, but I was just researching.
Interesting. Valor, you think if we put in a good word here and we got you out of this shingle business that you maybe could help us? Because we're kind of in the same predicament. We got a demon that we need to put back in a tree.
Well, I'd be very happy to help you. I am the demon hunter Valor.
Interesting, Mr. Valor. All right, let's do this.
Mrs. Valor.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Or just Valor.
Where are my manners? Valor,
Well,
let's do this. We're going to go have a conversation. See, the Candlekeep kind of owes us. We did slay a light ball. So we'll go see if we can maybe... It's not really your fault. You didn't know the book was possessed. Having them work off this damage, I feel like that's a bit absurd. Don't you agree?
That is, and I don't think Yarlin was doing any work.
Yeah, Yarlin definitely didn't do any work. All right, we're going to go have some conversation and see if we can get you out of this pickle. I feel like they kind of owe us one anyway.
sure.
All right, so
Where are you staying,
in-
Valor?
In the rooms.
Okay.
all right, can we go talk to... Who would we talk to?
As you guys leave, Valor just climbs back up and goes back to reshingling the wolf. You would talk to Wade and you would find out that the Candlekeep didn't require Valor to do anything. But Valor, being the more noble person, was like, I need to make amends for what I was doing. So that's why she's staying to redo everything.
Well, he's gonna look at her friends. Feel like fancy shingling a roof. Feel like if we maybe help her, then maybe she'll owe us one.
Sounds like a plan to me.
And I just feel like having a demon slayer in the back of our pocket might be good later.
I agree with you there.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna go back. And
Okay.
Hey, Valor,
Yes?
fancy some help? And literally just gonna start climbing up, not even waiting for her to reply.
All right. Yeah, get up here. But don't slow me down.
Look at these thighs. These are lumberjack thighs. Do you think I'd ever slow you down? Let's go. Works twice as fast as her.
Yeah, I'll say you guys are able to reshingle the roof just fine. And Valor is quite appreciative that you are able to help her reshingle the roof. And then she's going to suggest that she still needs to research how to actually kill this demon or slay this demon or entrap this demon.
Absolutely.
So she's going to stay to try to finish her research.
No, we totally get that. We're gonna
Right.
head out to the wide and let's just stay in contact and we exchange carrier pigeon addresses.
Sure.
I don't know how people stay in contact, right? Like sending
She would
stones.
say-
I really like the carrier pigeon.
Yeah, carrier pigeon contact.
We'll
My
say
owl will
that,
talk to your
your
owl.
owl. Yeah, it's fine.
we'll say that Candlekeep has an owlry that would be able to give her a message, and she just agrees to stay for another 17 days or so.
Okay.
Okay.
So she donated 3 books because she knew she was going to be there for a while and so on and so forth.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
Perfect.
I guess we're gonna just head out to the wide,
Yep.
right?
Off to
Yeah.
the wide.
Oh, what a wonderful story that has been. Thank you for joining us on that adventure. We hope we'll see you again at the Carriage Rest Inn. Hey guys, it's Mike, your host and Dungeon Master at Carriage Rest Tales. I just want to say thanks for taking the time to listen to our podcast. It really means a lot to us. If you are enjoying the content and you haven't already, please give us a 5-star review. It's really going to help us grow our listenership and be able to reach more people. I also want to give a special thanks to Tabletop Audio for providing the background music for today's episode.